So I just want to be clear. We already are off to a great start here. We are live. My name is Ray Hewart. I am here live with Jeffrey Raymond Gargis. And just so you know, so you're completely up to speed on the conversation, right before we started, Jeff said he wanted a Teach Better foam finger. But that is not why we're live, because we are live to talk about our Admin Mastermind, which is a weekly mastermind we offer to leadership teams to bring their problems of practice and also get some professional development on specific topics every single month. We are diving into how July is going and what's coming up here in August. So while Jeff searches online for how to order a Teach Better green foam finger, we'll be right back. Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is July 15th, and if you're not in our private group, this might be the first time you're seeing us this morning. But Jeff and I have already been live this morning in a private group, so it's already been a full day of talking to our network. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm good. That's a good point. We were live for like an hour and a half earlier today, and Josh Stamper was there, and Katie Miglin, and Chad Ostrowski, and we did some awesome bite-sized PD. So, yeah, if you're not in the private Facebook group, like, it's free. There's no real reason you shouldn't be in there. So, teachbettergroup.com to get in that. I'm good, though.
Just so before I forget, because people keep asking me, and I love the questions, but I'm just putting it out there. The sessions were all recorded, and when they're recorded with the team, they're there forever. So if you missed it and like want to go join, you can go get all the stuff.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of videos in that group. So we've been live, but we're live here now for everyone and to all of you. So we're excited to come and chat again. I think I found where I'm going to order the Teach Better foam fingers, and that's going to be what I have all the time. Like, imagine this, but like bigger, like big and foamy. I might have to be further away, and I'll be doing this a lot, and it'll be like number one.
I have to say, friends, we are getting into discussion, I think, at some point during this live on Admin Mastermind, but really quick, Jeff, we have ordered so many ridiculous things that people don't know about for the Teach Better retreat we're having next week that a foam finger kind of like fits with, like we should have gotten everybody a foam.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and let you call all these things ridiculous. Awesome? Yes. Intentional? Maybe. Necessary? 1000%. Ridiculous? Okay, maybe ridiculous too, but that's not the point. I'm focusing on the other ones.
I'm just saying, like, for those of you who don't know, and then we'll get into actually what we're discussing today, we are trying our best effort to bring as many members of our Teach Better team into one location next week, kind of like Monday through Thursday. And a lot of our team have never met, so they're coming together kind of for the first time. And we essentially, this is how I've decided to describe it, Jeff. We are planning a 3-day day camp experience for them.
It's not even day camp. It's like a legit camp because we're staying over. Like, day camp, we go and come home, but like we're staying. And that's gonna be fun. And I want to know that, like, it's the first time a lot of us are meeting in person. We've met each other, but like in person, it's a lot. Like, we talked about this whatever day you and I were live before. Like, you've met the most people on a team, but there are still people on the team that you've never met in person.
Yeah,
so that's super cool.
There is not a single person on the team who has met everybody on the team, but there are some members of the team who have met like a handful. I think we've concluded I have met the most people on the team.
We have a few people that aren't able to make it because life, obviously.
Yeah.
But come after next week, you'll have met everyone in person, right? Because the people that aren't making it, you've met in other
I think the only people I haven't met in person, which I'm sure someone's going to be in the comments and be like, "You're wrong."
We've never met.
That's okay. But I'm pretty sure the only people I haven't met in person is Livia Chan and Brad Hughes, and they are going to be at the retreat. So I think I will
Is
check.
it really only those two?
Yeah, I think I'm checking the Teach Better box of having met every single person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
just
there
excited
people?
to get to meet you in person.
Oh, stop. We've met.
Feels like we've been working together forever virtually and never met in person. That's gonna be cool.
We have met, Jeff. We've met.
I'm most what's that?
Do you have people that you haven't met? I mean, like, can you give me one person you haven't met?
Brad Hughes, Livia
Yeah.
Chan. Have met them in person. Rachel.
Oh,
Rachel. Nikki.
Oh, Nikki. Okay, a lot of people.
Sarah.
Yeah. So it's funny because for those of you,
there's others that I think there's at least one other that I have never met before. Aaron Stack. It's
just funny because in this family here that we have virtually, a lot of our group here in our Teach Better community say, oh, it'd be so nice for us all to get together in real life. And we agree. We would love to see you in real life, but just like we're fostering a relationship with all of you virtually, our entire team exists virtually. We've always been virtual. So this will be the first time we're actually bringing the entire team together, which is nice.
Yes. And okay, after this statement, then we're going to get into the admin mastermind talk. I think I'm most excited that Chad and I are driving there. Because like early days of the team, Chad and I drove everywhere. So it's like back on the road again with my dude. It's like a 7-hour trip both ways, each way. But we've, so we're gonna like have like beef jerky and tantric. If I don't know if anybody How I Met Your Mother fans. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see everyone. We got and I love your referring or comparing it to like a camp.
It is.
That's well, even Rachel was like, hey, I'm really excited that you guys set up like a camp in Jen. And we're like, yeah, okay, so we weren't just joking about that. That's
hour by hour for 3 days. I will say, if you guys want to hear more about the retreat and what we have planned that actually most of our team members don't know, you can listen to Teach Better Talk podcast. The episode will release on Sunday, and we did share some information.
That's right. That's what I was thinking of when you and I talked about it. It was on the podcast. I forget that we do that sometimes.
Jeff doesn't even remember the conversations he had with me. He just assumes all of them are live. And sometimes I'm like, hey, we didn't stream that to the world. We had that conversation, just you and me.
I'm really excited to figure out and interested to see how much of the retreat I actually remember. It's going to be a great little test as I turn 40 in 2 weeks. And
see, that would be really funny, except you're involved in like 90% of it. So it makes me very nervous.
I'll remember it while I'm there. It's going to be like the week later, be like, oh yeah, we did get together last week, didn't we? That was fun. Like,
all I know, and if you're a team member and you're listening and you're participating, here's your little sneak peek. We do have a ridiculous item that you will be receiving, and it's not a foam finger, but it's almost as bad as a foam finger.
I think we have two.
No, one of them is ridiculous.
That's true. One of them is. Yeah, but it's gonna be good. They're gonna love it. Anyway, okay, let's talk.
Yeah,
Administrative Mastermind.
Yeah, we're live.
I'm really tired of you just keeping us off topic. I really wish you could focus on to what we're supposed to be talking about today, which is Administrator Mastermind support. Adam says he's needing a lot of support because Adam's moving into a new position this year. So come on, Ray.
I'm here to provide support, but I will say this is the second of 4 lives today. So if you guys don't feel supported, I don't know what to do with you. We've been live so much, and we'll just continue for the next few hours being live. A shout out to our Spotlight speaker lives that will be coming up here over the next few hours.
After this, right? Like,
yeah.
Brianne
Fennell is actually facilitating both of those conversations, and you could just know it's going to be on fire. But anyway, let's talk Admin Mastermind. So for those of you who may be new to our Teach Better family, welcome. We do a Administrator Mastermind every single week on Tuesday mornings. And this was created during COVID and just kind of continued because what we know and what we've realized is that just like our teachers need a community to foster support and discussion and the sharing of resources, so do our leadership team. So it's kind of been an evolution of what this program has looked like, but I love that it's a weekly meetup hangout session and it's not recorded. It's all via Zoom, and I got a facelift this summer. So that's kind of why we wanted to come live and make sure you're all aware of the fun things going on in this incredible group.
Yeah, and the mastermind is, if you're not familiar with what a mastermind is in that concept, mastermind is essentially just a group of people who have a similar interest. So in this case, leadership and administrative in the education world coming together to put all their brains and all their minds together to create a mastermind around a particular issue. So we do have one of the you mentioned the face. One of the big things we did is that each month we're focused on a specific leadership administrative topic and idea. And so we're masterminding around that idea and sharing resources and sharing what we're doing and what we're struggling with, those types of stuff. But it's also a space where if you have a struggle, if you have a challenge, whether it's a decision you're trying to make or a new idea you're trying to brainstorm through, or an issue you're trying to tackle, whatever it is, this group is there to help you through, whether that's just asking questions and brainstorming, sharing what others have done, sharing resources, that type of stuff. And that's really what the concept is. And so like, it's such a, what's the word I'm looking like? It's such a support system where if you just need people to listen, done, check. If you just need to listen to people, done, check. But if you have an issue and you need some serious help, that group is there for you. And the level of the people that attend this thing, the variety of experiences and locations and different angles that they take to solve problems is incredible. It's such an array of awesome minds in there to help you mastermind through your issues.
Well, and to be thinking through some of the basics for those of you who may have not chosen to pull the trigger to join this, or you haven't been in a leadership position yet that would warrant this decision, and now you're recently entering maybe into a new role, and this might be a good fit for you. We have everybody from coaches, assistant principals, all the way up to superintendents or directors of curriculum and instruction. It's a really nice variety to not only problem solve through an issue, but also gain perspective on how leadership works in this field. You know, most people that are in a superintendent role have experience in other leadership roles prior. And it's kind of nice to be in community with people that understand the struggle of being a leader in education. And so typically, Jeff, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's like a pretty clear format of how these work. If somebody was to enter in kind of blind for the first time, there's typically some sort of like icebreaker introduction, just so you know who's in the room. Then it goes into any like questions people are bringing to the table. Some people have specific things that they're looking for resources on, or a problem that they want to problem solve through. And then right before the end, if there's time, that's typically where we get into the professional development, the brainstorming around this monthly themed topic. And we just started this. It launched in June with the monthly theme. So we're currently in our second kind of like section of these themes for the month of July. Right now, it's all about strategic planning. So there's been a lot of discussion around how to support your strategic plan, how to build a strategic plan, and what you should be doing to sustain your strategic plan, which has kind of been interesting. August, we'll change it up again. We'll have a different theme.
Yeah, and so and I love that you laid out the format there. And so that first part of it is where you can bring your issues if you have any. But then the best part is what I find is like every time, whether I've had so many conversations with leaders that are in that group that they say, you know, whether I bring a question, whether I actually even speak the entire time, I get so much just hearing how others work through a problem that might not even be a problem that I'm going through or have gone through or foresee myself going through. Yeah. But hearing the way others ask questions to each other to help and support and figure it out is just super powerful to think through things differently. And I'm seeing several comments right now come through, people who are talking about the connections, because it is that community of people who, Ray, you just said it, like people who understand, you know, the struggle. And my mind was going like, yeah, people who they get you, like they get it. They understand, like, yeah, I've been there, or I'm there, or whatever. And so they not only can they help you through giving actual, you know, actionable advice or resources or tips, or we've literally had people who have shared like scripts for how they email out things to handle delicate situations, anything. This week we were sharing copies of strategic plans and filling the blank docs and stuff like that. But also the connection of knowing you have these people. There's a Voxer group that's connected to it as well. And you have this group of people who get it, who understand, and are there for you. So you can reach out and say, hey, I'm struggling. Because even when it's not Tuesday evening or Tuesday morning, like throughout the week, you can drop in there. These people are there to help you. And that's what I love most about our job, Ray. It's the people in the community, honestly. And this group is no different. So
I will say there's also a lot of benefits to being a part of these conversations, even when you can't give 100% of your attention. I just want to kind of normalize the fact that we know leadership communities in different buildings, especially over the summer. You guys are always on the run. So we have a lot of people that are seated at their desk in their school office, and they're fully engaged in the conversation. We have people that are calling in and are like on the drive on their way to work. We have people that are sitting at their kitchen tables and they didn't go into work that day and they just wanted to listen in and talk shop. So however you show up, we'd love to have you. This group is pretty exclusive to a leadership title. So if you are struggling to know if you're the right fit, just reach out to us. We'd love to be able to recommend, if not this, some other community you could be the right fit for. But this also could be a gift to a new friend or a new leader in your building that you want to make sure they have a resource and an outlet to gain support. Recommend the Admin Mastermind to them. It's a really nice community to have, not only over the summer, but this continues all throughout the year. So all the details for that is over at teachbetter.com/mastermind. There you'll see the time, the sign up, you'll get the Zoom link. And we should probably talk about the badges, because that's—
I was just going to say, something you're saying was kind of leading me there. So like, and this is for everyone, but I'm going to use like two very specific pieces. Is like, if you are a newer leader, maybe just getting into your first leadership position, and you're obviously trying to continue to grow and you want to show your leaders that you're growing as a leader, something that we're doing that's part of this facelift that started in June is if you attend all the meetings in a month, so typically it's 4 a month, you're going to qualify and get a Teach Better Team leadership badge for that specific topic. And it comes also with a certificate of attendance then too. So from the standpoint of I'm a new leader, I want to show my current leaders, the people that are mentoring me and helping me, and show them that I'm a part of something, I'm attending something, I'm trying to grow myself. This is like proof, right? That you can do. You can also share it off like on social media and stuff too, but you can prove that. On the flip side, if you're the leader of a bunch of leaders, this could be a great way to like share them and say, hey, like, I want you to go after these badges. I want you to go after the certificate because I see the value in this and I want us to do this together. That's a way of kind of that accountability piece, if that makes sense. And I think it could be a fun challenge amongst leaders, like who can get the most badges this year or the most certificates. Or I think it's a cool little twist on there that can be used in a lot of ways depending on where you're at in your journey. So
I love getting emails from our community members that have Teach Better like tags in their email signature. So whether it's like a leadership badge from our Admin Mastermind, I see this all the time in emails, or like we have ambassadors or bloggers that put those like badges or tags that they're part of those communities. Just so fun. But I really enjoyed, now that we're 2 months in, kind of seeing those badges officially start popping up now that people are earning those mastermind badges. It's kind of cool.
Do we also have exclusive swag for our Admin Mastermind? I think that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we have Admin Mastermind swag, but you only get it if you're an Admin Mastermind.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, just check that as one more reason to come and hang out on
Tuesday. Who wears that all the time? Brad Hughes always has Admin Mastermind gear. He's worn a few shirts and I'm like, why haven't I seen that one? I'm like, oh, because that's exclusive swag. Like, I need to go hunt for that.
$20 says Brad Hughes wears that sometime on the retreat.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I hope he's always rocking some swag. I just want him in swag the entire time. That's just.
Are we going to get into what we're packing for the retreat? Because I don't feel ready for
I don't think we should. I think that's a podcast talk maybe, or maybe the one that we don't stream to the world. I haven't really started that either yet, so I don't want to discuss it.
No. We don't have to be packed until Monday morning, I don't think.
Chad's getting here pretty early, so I've got to be packed by Sunday night because
you could wake up at 2 a.m. on Monday morning and pack. You could.
I could. Yes, that's true. Could also probably wait till like 5. But I think Chad's gonna be here by 7. We're hitting the road. So Chad has to go be here earlier because it's 35 minutes up this way. So I don't know what that guy's doing. Oh, he doesn't sleep anymore anyway.
He rocked this morning.
He did. And can we talk about that for a second? Like, Katie, Josh, Chad, all three of them rocked it this morning. I'm specifically focusing on Chad. And I shared something similar with our team, but like the dude was also on the road all week, and then like woke up this morning and was like, "I've been in StreamYard in like a long time. I think I know what that is still." Logs in and just goes, and I'm like, I wasn't worried at all, but like
I legitimately wasn't worried. But DOK is something I feel like nobody can master. There is so many ways to utilize DOK and enhance so many areas of instruction that I was reflecting and taking in new information the entire time. And I've seen the presentation before. I just thought it was so valuable. Yeah. So super good. Love it. All right. Awesome. So we have a lot going on still the rest of the day. Want to make sure you're aware of. If you are interested in Admin Mastermind, don't forget to go to teachbetter.com/mastermind. It is completely free. It's a Zoom link. It's not recorded. It just could be a good opportunity for you or someone you know to kind of build their leadership community. So something to consider. Jeff and I will do our best to keep you guys updated on the upcoming themes and everything else. If you're not on our email list, that's typically where we would update you. So just keep us updated if you're feeling like you're missing out on information. Later today, we have 2 more live sessions. Shocker, the Teach Better team is live so much. We are featuring 2 speakers separately. One of them will be featured at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern with Brianne Fennell. And the second speaker will be featured an hour later at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. We'll be streaming those on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And for those of you who may not have caught these before, they are opportunities for you to get to know the presenters and featured speakers at the Teach Better Conference upcoming here this October 14th and 15th. You can see all the details, including a full schedule, over at teachbetterconference.com. So this is a fun way to kind of choose your sessions slowly throughout the next few months before you arrive in Akron, Ohio in October.
Love it. Awesome. So we will see you on a Tuesday, hopefully sometime.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. And hey, Jeff, I'll see you next week for the retreat. But for our community here, make sure to follow Teach Better team.
Should be some good. I'm guessing there's going to be some good picks coming out.
Yeah.
So awesome. See ya.